can't stop laughing at it. Sorry, it's so cute. Okay, so this is my new project that I was working on. It's a Grimalkin, although it is Ketsy from Katesy. I forgot there's an I in it. Kets, huh? Kets. Alright. It's from Final Fantasy. And this is from Final Fantasy 14. Yes. 14 too. Yes. So I saw somebody with it, and sorry, I can't do this while I'm being dumb. Hang on, let me. Okay, there we go. Let me go back now. Sorry about that, but seriously, I saw somebody with it as a pet, and some guy or lady, some person ripped the models from Final Fantasy 14, animated it, put a script in it, and somehow it is now worth 1,576 linden. And I wasn't paying that because I knew exactly where he got it from. I know I say he, I know it might be a she. I know where they got it from, and I was like, the hell with that. I can do the exact same thing. So I ripped it from the game, and I started animating it for a pet or whatever. And then I was like, well, you know what? I think it would be cuter as an avatar than it would be as a pet. Because I was like, what a really cute Grimalkin you have there. And my friend was all like, no, it's Kate Sif. And I was like, you know that's a Grimalkin, though, still. No, it's not. So we went on arguing about this for like a good 15 minutes before one of us decided to Google it. But you know what? He left when I said that, like, look, right here. It says it's a Grimalkin and it's all the same thing. Yeah, but that's who this is. And then, you know, my husband had to chime in and be like, well, according to the Dresden Files, he is one, but the king of them. So it was like, all right, so I was right.
All monks, and he's the king of those. And yeah, Grey Monk is also one of those, so same thing.
Okay, so that's that. So I made this avatar, and I'm really happy with it because it let me experiment with a lot of things that I don't usually get to work with. First of all, I was able to test out whether or not the default blinking animation I have, can it work with eyes this big? Yeah, it does. Can the tail work with the default tail animation that I have using, you know, just moving its tail down? And again, yes it does. So I was able to test out the tail and the eyes. I don't have a animation for the ears to test out if they wiggle or not, and I wasn't making an animation for the ears, so all around it just made me happy. So I was happy with this, and I'll post the results for it. Now everybody kept talking about the eyes, like, oh my god, those eyes are creepy, but I think they're really cute. But just for those who can't tolerate this level of cute, I fixed the eyes so that it has the like blatant cat eyes on it too. So you can apply those blatant cat eyes if you have the texture already made for it. Or you can stick with these, whichever. It doesn't matter. Because it's me, and because I need to have a girl version of everything, I made a version with fit mesh jiggly boobs, as you can see them jiggle and sway on this avatar. I don't know why, but giving it boobies, I feel like a kid saying boobies. Giving it a bust line, a bust, makes it it just seemed cute. It seems like it went from just being a little cat imp thing to like a high fashion cat imp thing. And I really want to make clothes for it now. But this was also a fun experiment for, as you can see here, it's skeleton. Normally when I work on avatars, their legs are usually straight down, up and down. Even with digigrade legs, it's still that straight skeleton. I was able to experiment where the skeleton goes straight and then back to compensate for the legs and stuff like that. Let me see if I can stop walking for a minute. Turn off all these animations. You can see how the legs go, how the body goes straight down and curved, and then the legs go here. I never did anything like that, and I was always afraid that even with my AO, like when I need a custom AO, or could I use my regular AO on this? And it turns out that even though I move the legs aside like this, I can still use my regular AO, and it still looks pretty good. So hopefully this will help with making a yinglet in the future. Don't quote me on that. As much as I would love to have a yinglet avatar, I'm not skilled enough to make it. But hopefully somebody can like, hey, I can make a yinglet mod from that. Oh well, we'll see. So I'll post this on the marketplace like I do with all the rest of my stuff. Because this is a test Avi and nothing too serious, I'm not doing the chopping and making an alpha HUD and all the rest of that jazz like I do with my normal avatars. This is strictly for fun. Nothing like a serious. Unless, well, you see, they are working on bakes on mesh right now, where you'll be able to treat your your mesh like the Second Life alpha system. I'm kind of sort of waiting for that. I don't want to sit here all day chopping up this body only for it to come out the next day, because I know that's what's like waiting to happen. Like as soon as I release, I'm like, it's done, it's chopped, it's scripted, it's finished. They're like, bakes on mesh is now live on the main grid. What did that happen with when I was working on that Shishomaru cosplay back in the day, using sculpts and prims and building all those pieces, and then they were like, mesh is live on the grid. I was like, So since then, I've been kind of wary of it, doing stuff like that. Anyway, this is way longer than what I expected. This is this is the avatar, and I think I'm gonna call it something silly like the Finfan cat. Oh my gosh, I want to talk about the Finfan, but alright, I guess I can real quick. Okay, so Finfan is short for Final Fantasy, but nobody calls it that. It's like only the stupid elite people who think they're cool, like, oh, well, I play Finfan. And I'll be like, what? Don't ever say that.
Turbo nerds.
Yeah, that. Don't ever call it Finfan. That's terrible. FF. Like, yeah, I've always heard people go FF or just the number. Like, do you play 14 or did you ever play 8? When you just say that, people automatically assume you're talking about a Final Fantasy. Unless they say, what do you mean 8? And you go FF8. And you're like, oh, okay, Final Fantasy. Or you just say Final Fantasy. I've never heard anybody say Finfan except for this one guy.
I heard it once.
Yeah, this one guy. And then they're like, oh, don't you know everybody calls it Finfan? So this cat is like a tribute to that. It's the Finfan cat. Because everybody calls Final Fantasy Finfan. Okay, so that's it for this video. I'll see you on my other one, experiments. I gotta go box this up. So it may not be boxed up now, but check the description later. It should be there later on, or just get in the marketplace. I know at some point it should be somewhere, and you can download it. Alright, on to the next experiment.